Aloha and welcome to Paradise Hawaiian Style. We are here at Kapiolani Park at the end or beginning of Waikiki, however you wanna say it. Enjoying a beautiful day in Hawaii. It is beautiful blue skies. I'm gonna do a rotating pan here as we go around. You can check out and see how nice everything is. I'm in the middle of Kapiolani Park, in the middle of a soccer field. But it's too early. They usually start playing games later on in the afternoon. Right now it's just me and a beautiful grassy field, and you can see the mountains behind me. Ocean is in front of me, and we're gonna walk through Waikiki, check some things out. Maybe walk past the old King's Village, see what's going on there. It's been a little while since I've checked that out, and lots of construction going on that I can see from a distance. So let's see what's actually happening. Join us, join me, and like, follow, let me know, comment, help me build this channel so we can have lots of exciting adventures together. Yay! All right, stay tuned. Beautiful mountains over there on a nice clear day. You can see the Waikiki Shell. Actually, it's been renamed the Tom Moffat Shell, or Tom Moffat Arena. Sort of poking up amongst the trees there. Beautiful outdoor theater, auditorium. What do they call it? It's one of those half-shell things. Hear the birds. Waikiki. We're headed over here to the ocean. Off in the distance you can see the Natatorium, the World War II memorial that has been in disrepair for years. I think they're trying to just fix the facade or the front of it. It's a natural ocean water swimming pool, but it's deteriorated so much I think they're just trying to save the facade now and just turn the rest into beach. Makes sense as kind of a compromise solution there. And walking through Kapiolani Park. This was the playground of the royalty of Hawaii. Back in the day, they would have polo games here. Some of these trees are in a lineup that my understanding is the trees were sort of marked the pathway from Iolani Palace down here to Kapiolani Park, where they would have all sorts of games. The Friends Fountain, or what I like to call the Friends Fountain, is over there. Someday we'll get a shot of that. It's kind of cool. And then of course we're really close to Diamond Head right here. Beautiful Diamond Head, nice and green. We had a lot of rain about a week or so ago, so Diamond Head's looking pretty green. Usually it's a little brown. Tennis courts they have here at Kapiolani Park. Somebody enjoying the outside, relaxing. Chickens off in the distance. We're walking straight for the aquarium. We're gonna walk past there. Take the scenic route on the water. When we walk back, we'll walk back on the other side. This is one of those outdoor pavilions I was telling you about in the last video about Kahala Mall and Jack Lord and the original King Kamehameha Club. Here's one that's on the beach line or shoreline of Waikiki here at Queens Beach. Just walked through Kapiolani Park. It's a Friday, so it's not super crazy out here, but you can see that this isn't as well taken care of. It looks like it's about to fall apart. Tree I guess is doing okay. This is bougainvillea. The other one was something else, so I'm sure at certain times of the year it's blooming and it's quite beautiful. But nothing can beat this shoreline. There's the natatorium that we were talking about, the open ocean water swimming pool. Like I said, they're trying to get funds to rebuild the facade there and just let the rest of it be dismantled. They got to do something. It's been like that for 30, 40 years. So in some old episodes of 5-0 and Magnum, they're actually used part of it, but I've never seen it in my whole time here since the 80s been utilized as it was intended as an ocean saltwater swimming pool. Anyways, I think fixing the facade would be quite nice. Just past there is Kaimana Beach. That's where they're always having these seals come and sort of have their pups and are raised there. That's sort of the area where that happens. So that's a very popular spot for the seals. They come back every year for that. But nobody can beat this beautiful Waikiki shoreline. That's the Royal Hawaiian, the Pink Hotel off in the distance, and then also, of course, all the other fabulous hotels. Start walking down, you can see the beautiful sailboats, a couple surfers out there. Not much of a South Shore swell today. Water looks clear and beautiful. Not too much for the waves. Waikiki Beach is one of the best places to learn how to surf because it's pretty mellow usually. And so a lot of visitors learn how to surf here, and it's a great spot for it. Some construction up here. Basically part of the seawall fell into the ocean. This area behind there used to be a full-on beach, and there's been so much erosion, it's crazy. Oh, they put some big boulders out there. That used to be a full-on beach. All across here was actually a sandy area that you could sit at, and now it's totally submerged. You can see some of the retaining walls and foundations for some of the houses that were built here back in the 1920s, 30s, 40s. Cute little beachside cafe there. Beautiful Queens Beach. Look at a shot from the other side over there. But you can't beat the view. So you can get a picture here of them actually fixing it, which I'm real happy they're doing, because it was a beautiful little shoreline walk. I hope we don't lose this tree to the surf. Hope they figure out a way to sort of stabilize the erosion. If you can imagine a big lifeguard tower like that used to be right over here, and this was all very usable beach all the way along there. You can see a little bit of how the foundation has deteriorated and what's happened. See if we can't get a closer look. Actually, they're moving pretty fast on this for city and county kind of stuff. We were on the other side of that walkway there just a minute ago, and you can see how they're trying to rebuild this here. Hopefully it's out pretty nice. Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision, because you can smell that beautiful salt water in Waikiki. See all the tourists? People save up a lifetime to come here. So I can say welcome to paradise Hawaiian style. Can you walk a little bit? Come on. You can see how much sand is up here on the walkway. What happens when the water comes up and pushes all the sand up here. Looks like they'll probably need to do some repair on some of these areas as well. There never used to be sand up here, but when the waves come, it comes all the way up this far now. They're constantly rebuilding this beach because we lose sand from further down, and I guess it kind of pools down here. But they add several feet to a beach, and it lasts for a couple years, and they have to redo it. But this is Waikiki Beach. It's our #1 tourist destination. Get a nice establishing shot. That's the Honolulu Zoo over there. That's the old entrance. Off to the left with the big sign that says Honolulu Zoo. That's the new entrance. You can see the framework of a metal there. That's actually a movie screen. Back when the premieres of Hawaii Five-0 and Magnum, they would have their premieres here. It was like our little Hollywood in Hawaii. Put out the red carpet, the celebrities would come out, people would line up. to meet the local celebrities. And then they do a special pre-screening of usually the first episode of the season for the reboot of Hawaii Five-0 and or Magnum. In the past years, they've played movies here, family-friendly stuff. It's always kind of fun, a nice piece to have. There's another one of those surfboards. And it's a marker. It says the historic significance of the area. You can get a map online and go to all the different markers and check some different places out. It's really kind of interesting to see, learn about the area. Prince Kuhio Kaanaiole statue. It's a beautiful little area here. Maybe we'll walk out to there. There's not a lot of people out there. Might be a good spot to do it. Why not, huh? You game? I'm game. Let's do it. Lifeguard Tower reminds me of the shore I've been watching. I think it's called High Surf. It's one of the shows filmed here in Hawaii. I'm not sure if they're going to pick it up or not. Lifeguard towers look like that on the shore. That really focuses out on the North Shore. They never come into town. That's all right. It's a little different than 5-0 or Magnum. Diamond head poking out from the palm trees there. Ah, look at them on their raft built for two. Isn't that cute? You guys see that? Many years ago they built these retaining walls here to sort of make little pools or areas where people could swim more freely. And then you can see the area over there where it's a little bit more of a surfing spot. Whenever they say there's a South Shore swell, that's where it's at over there. And actually looks like a canoe with a bunch of people on it surfing there. The Moana, the Royal Hawaiian, the Hyatt Regency. Ah, that crane off in the distance there is the crane for the old King's Village where the Hilton is building their new 40-story tower to go right in between those two towers of the Hyatt Regency. We'll walk down there and check it out. You can also see the Circle Hotel. That's one of the first hotels that was on the strip. Super cool retro 70s vibe, right? See the erosion here? The palm trees. I don't know if those trees are going to make it, but you can see how it's actually going under the area here. They got to do something to protect that or it's all going to fall in. It's an interesting building architecture here with the wave-like roof line with the holes in it. I think there used to be palm trees that used to go through those holes and up, but they took them out to make the sidewalk a little bit bigger. Wash your feet off, like a lot of people do. Right above where Haagen-Dazs is over on the corner, the second floor is a fancy restaurant now. But for many years in the early 2000s, that was a 24-hour fitness. And I used to go there and it was great. It was like the best 24-hour fitness. It wasn't huge or anything, but you got this view. You could be on the Stairmaster treadmill for hours and just enjoy the view, the people and the ocean. It was a really great 24-hour fitness, but they closed it and now it's a fancy restaurant. Ah, remember I was telling you about the pavilions? It looks like they've changed these and there's actually like a cafe here. You can get coffee and stuff. It's a win-win, I guess. City gets some money, they keep the area clean, not so run down. Mickey D's, McDonald's, right on Kalakaua. That's been there forever. They say that McDonald's assets aren't so much the restaurants, but in the real estate that they own. And I believe that when I think of this location on Kalakaua. It's been here for a long time. It's been remodeled a bunch of times, and it's still here, but it's a super valuable piece of real estate. And I know that's one of the things with McDonald's is, or at least when they originally started before they franchised this much, is they bought the land. And like like Scarlett says, land is the only thing that lasts, the only thing that matters, right? That's what she says. Just a movie quote in case anybody didn't catch that. Not sure if they still do it around this tree here, but it's a hula mound. They're putting on hula shows here for a long time. After the hula show at the Waikiki Shell, now the Tom Moffat Shell, ended, they would do a free hula show here. I'm sure they've started up again. During COVID, they stopped all that. It's all coming back. I think I have this Aloha shirt this guy's wearing in front of me. I think. In case you didn't know where we are, Kohio Beach Park. The hula mound. Cleverly disguising an electric box. That's well done, see? And this is the High Regency. We're gonna walk around to the other side, check things out. Another day we'll go a little further, but we're coming up on the world famous Duke Hanamoku statue. Everybody loves to get their picture there. Lots of people on the beach. That's the psychic guy. He's in town doing his shows. Tyler, no, I can't remember what his name is, but he's doing shows now in Waikiki. Psychic guy. Should have stopped and said hello. There's the Duke Hanamoku statue. You can see the surfers off in the distance catching a couple waves out there. Honolulu Police satellite office over there. Keep on keeping on. The High Regency. It's been here forever. Oh, see, I told you, look, that building's popping up in between the two towers. That's the old Kings Village building. It's popping up right there. They got to capture the ocean view, be in between the two towers. Wow, it's actually happening. We'll go back there and check it out in a minute. Top floor there, the Hyatt. Pool deck, bar, kind of a neat space up there. Band Rubber Soul, that used to be our Beatles cover band, played up there for many, many years. And that's a spa there, but that used to be the offices of Chris Heminer, the developer who built that in Kings Village and a lot of other properties around town. A lot of shops come and go. That was a big one of those candy stores across the way there. It's open now. For anybody who wants a space, expensive real estate there. That Volcom store is closing. It's tough retail. This strip is so expensive. You have to do really high numbers when the rent is like 40, 50 grand for a store like that, a small space. It's crazy. It's hard to make it. The price of paradise, that's what they call it. Even Urban Outfitters was right here on the corner for a couple of years, 2 stories, and they closed. I don't think they've gotten anybody to move into the space yet, but it's closed. Guys, we made it across the street. There's the Moana Sheraton property, one of the first hotels on the beach of Waikiki. Princess Kapiolani sat back couple new towers there. They've been talking about renovating those two towers for a long time. It looks like maybe they just remodeled them. There was a time when they were going to tear them down and go higher. Don't know if that's still going to happen. Here is the front of the Hyatt Regency where that Urban Outfitters was that just closed. Scroll around here. This is a little addition to the Moana they built that's also supposed to come down, but then I think there's some problems with shoreline development and all that, and it's been halted, and not sure what's happening with that. If they put a 40-story hotel tower right there, be a little crazy. Let's go back and see what's happening here at Kings Village. Wow. Spent a lot of time here, that's for sure. But 18 years Rock Island Cafe was here at this spot, and now it's going to be a Hilton. All those first floors are going to be probably retail downstairs, and then restaurants, and then parking. And then I see they've started to build the actual condominium, the hotel part. I think it's going to go 40 stories. I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe I'll try to put in a picture of the old space and some video of them tearing it down. Maybe I'll try to put that in right here. So it's a Hilton project. That's the first time I've actually seen the name Hilton on this project. You can still see a little bit of Kings Village. There's the cobblestone that Chris Hemener put in to add to the feel of the old shopping center. That's still there. And all I see now that I recognize are those trees that were there. They actually cut down a bunch of the other trees that were here, the mature trees. I mean, Waikiki's always been developed and redeveloped, so it's no surprise that this is happening, but it's always kind of interesting to see what's happened to the area. Wow. It's coming along fast now. There were several years where there was nothing at all happening, and now they're finally moving. I always thought they might take down these two small apartment buildings, but I guess not. Those will be up next for a redevelopment. To get a shot of the old buildings around here. The Capri and the Koa. Used to walk past those guys every day. Some of the last pieces of the 1960s Waikiki still left. This is the side back entrance of the Hyatt Regency where the tour buses pick up. I've actually been in here a bunch of times. Kind of grew up in this part of this area. I never lived out here, but always had stores and such around here. The back of the beautiful waterfall. And there's always a coffee shop right there. A fun place to get some sandwiches. Celebrating Chinese New Year's last week. Ah, this is the arcade that they were talking about. Interesting, interesting. We'll walk out the front entrance of the Hyatt. There used to be this giant metal piece hanging from metal wires into the center, and that took that out a long time ago. But the waterfall's still here. It's always beautiful. I've been inside here in a while. Checking things out. I wouldn't mind an acai bowl if there was some place around here. Might have a delicious one. I don't know if we'll make this light or not. This side of the street, we gotta watch the traffic. Get your picture with a parrot.
$5 you can take a picture.
Kind of hot out, so I stopped for one of these delicious local concoctions here. It's actually like got a yogurt, shave ice, acai, and then fruit on top of it. It's quite delicious, as you can see. I started eating it before I even said, oh, I gotta take a picture of this. Just kicking back here. The beach is right there. All right, this is now called a twin fin with tiki's upstairs. I just finished my shave ice acai bowl. It was quite delicious, a little on the sweet side. And what I thought were bananas was actually mochi. That was kind of a interesting surprise. You know how when you bite into something and you're expecting one thing and you get something else? It's kind of an interesting thing that happens, but it was delicious and it worked. Very cool, refreshing, especially on like a nice hot day like today. Anyways, doing a little bit of a loop down here on the east side of Waikiki, heading back towards Kapiolani Park, waiting for the traffic light to change. I think this is one of those all-way sidewalks or crossings where each direction changes and you can walk in any direction. A little restaurant upstairs there. Used to be a Denny's, believe it or not. Many, many years ago. And they closed it, and Denny's actually opened up another one further down the street. The zoo, the beginning of Kapiolani Park, ironwood trees, Queens Beach. New sidewalk, larger, no bumps, nicely done. Jogging trail, exercise circuit for around the park. Just a thought. See the seating for Waikiki Shell over there. A little bit of a water feature around the bandstand. And the tennis courts we were at earlier, a little further up. healthy looking rooster there. Peaceful little area here. The water feature, bandstand. A lot of times when they hold different festivals and stuff, or parades or different events, they will end here at Kapiolani Park. And then you have a little stage area set up for them to do performances or whatever they're doing for the parade or festival. And they got some nice outside seating things there. Oh wow, this does not look as murky as I remember. It looks like maybe they just cleaned it. It looks really nice. You can see to the bottom. Never noticed this thing before. "100-year anniversary of Kapiolani Park." Oh, maybe it's a time capsule sort of thing underneath there. Interesting. I never knew about this. To be opened 2027? 2077. I don't know. Interesting. 2077. So they made this in 1977, 100 year. Wow. Wow, I didn't know that. Interesting. Time capsule. Cool. This is a row of the iron trees planted in like a framing a pathway, like I was saying, to lead the royalty to Kapiolani Park, which was like the king's playground. And they started a new version of the Kodak Hula Shown, and they built all those new bleachers. But that's where that is, sort of a offshoot of the Waikiki Shell, or the Tom Moffat Pavilion, whatever they call it now. Here's a great shot of those ironwood trees I was talking to you about earlier. Aloha guys, thank you. That looks about the end of it. Finished walking through our east end of Waikiki, walking tour in Kings Village and some of the fun and beautiful tropical sights along the way. I hope you had a good time. I did. Like, follow, comment, give me some ideas down below. Help me build this YouTube channel so we can have lots of fun adventures. All right, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon. Aloha.